Hello everyone, this is Bindu here with Flavorful Journey, encouraging you to step outside your comfort zone and join us for the journey. So today we're going to do a Kerala dry shrimp fry. It's super easy, it just has 5 ingredients, but it's excellent in taste. So without further ado, let's take a look at the ingredients. So we have about 1 pound of shrimp here. I have 2 large onions chopped, 2 tablespoons of Kashmiri chili powder. So if you don't want this much heat, you can either cut it in half or you can actually use paprika for it. So this is on the medium scale of heat. So if you want it to be low, you can use paprika. So I have 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder, and I have 2 tablespoons of coconut oil and some salt. And that's all that we need for this recipe. So I have a pan here on the stove and it's hot. So I'm going to add my 1 pound of shrimp. A little bit too hot, I would say. So you probably saw I didn't add any oil or anything to it. There's water in the shrimp which is going to come out. It's going to be on the medium heat. And I am going to add half of my Kashmiri chili powder, which is about 1 tablespoon. And then I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of my turmeric powder. Then I'm going to add half of my salt, which is 2 teaspoons that I already have here. So I'm going to add about 1 teaspoon. So shrimp doesn't have much of a cooking time. It becomes rubbery if you overcook it. So I'm just going to mix it all around, let it hang out in the pan for about 3 to 5 minutes max. You can kind of see it's kind of dry at first. So I kind of made it a little bit messy, but there we go. I'm going to let it sit and hang out here for about 5 minutes. I'm going to close the pan and leave it on the stove. So my pan has been on the stove for about 2 to 3 minutes. I just want to show you here. So all this water that came out of the shrimp, so that's why we didn't add any water or any oil when we actually put it on the stove. So it's actually almost cooked through. Let it hang out for another couple more minutes and then we will take it off the heat. So it's been about 4 minutes. It's ready to be taken off the heat. So it's actually cooked through. You can kind of see. It has a little bit of water, but that's fine. We'll use that in the fry part of it. So I'm going to turn off the heat and take it off the stove. So I have a pan on heat here, and I'm going to add some coconut oil. So this is about 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. When that melts, I'm going to add my onion that's chopped and some curry leaves. Maybe I did not mention about the curry leaves earlier, but we always add some curry leaves to all Indian or Kerala dishes usually. So there you go. So this is kind of melting. I'm going to add my 2 large onions chopped with the curry leaves into the pan, and I'm going to add some salt, which helps you kind of cook it faster and easier. We have some salt already added to the shrimp, so this is for the onions. And then let it hang out for another 5 minutes or so. And that should do the trick. So the onions have been on the stove for about 5 minutes or so, so you can see it's kind of translucent. It's not brown yet, but it's translucent. At this time, we can add the remainder of our turmeric powder. And then I'm going to add my rest of my chili powder. I let it fry for a few more minutes before I add the shrimp in. So now the raw smell of my chili powder and my turmeric powder is all gone, and it's giving out a very good aroma at this time. I'm going to add my cooked shrimp that I have kept here. It was cooling down. It has some water in it, but that's what's going to give the flavor to the onions. And actually the best part of this dish is the onions. So that's why I added 2 large onions, because everybody in my family actually likes to eat the onions when it's all fried. So I added the shrimp and I'm going to mix it all around, and we have to kind of mix it around every few minutes, every 5 minutes or so. I would think this would take about 10 minutes to completely dry fry. So my shrimp has been on the stove for about 10 minutes on very low heat. So this is ready to come off, or if you want it to be a little bit more fried, that's fine. You can leave it to hang out for another 5 more minutes because it's on very, very low heat. So I think it's ready to be served. So the Kerala shrimp dry fry is ready, so it's time for the taste test. This is one of my absolute favorites. Fantastic. It's so good. It's so good with rice, with anything you want to eat it. You can eat it as it is if you want to. So I hope you like it as well. Try the recipe. If you like it, share and subscribe. And until I see you right here on this flavorful journey, take care and bye.